Hey guys, I am in a new location, kind of. You guys like always see this in the background of my videos, so I thought today I would just get cozy here and sit and film a Q&A. I got this pillow from Target, if you're wondering. I'm gonna be leaning on it today. It's been a hot minute since we've done a Q&A on my channel, so I figured it was time. Someone recommended it to me on Twitter, so thank you if you're watching for recommending this. It's been so long. We have 244 questions. All I know is the first question that I see that pops out says, Bughead or Varchie? And if you don't know what that means, it's a reference to Riverdale. If you haven't given in and watched Riverdale yet, please watch it. It's so good. It's literally my obsession. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way up to the beginning and I'm gonna try to find some new questions that I haven't done before because I do Q&As, I don't know, maybe a dozen times throughout the year, maybe less, I don't know. If you want me to make this a more regular series on my channel, please let me know in the comments because I don't really know, like, if you guys enjoy this, like, is it boring? I don't know. It's kind of nice because we just get to like hang out and chat and get personal. So grab a chair, get a snack, plop down next to me, and let's chat. From Ju Charon, what is your biggest fear? Love you. I love you too. My biggest fear used to be tornadoes. That's kind of like my childhood fear. When I was younger, I watched the movie Twister. Long story short, became extremely paranoid and scared of tornadoes. Now my biggest fear is, I don't know, I guess like losing a loved one. I get really paranoid about like my mom getting hurt or something. Like I'm just really paranoid and I like always want my loved ones to be safe, and I'm like, if they don't answer me, I like freak out. So maybe that. From Yes Cassandra, what has been your favorite trip so far as an adult? Love you, girl. Love you too. My favorite trip so far as an adult, definitely London. London makes my heart glow. I don't know what it is about it. It's the only place I've ever been that like gives me like tingles in my heart and I just love it so much. I love it. So probably that. From Callie XO, what would you say to the younger version of yourself now that you're older? I'd probably say relax. Take a deep breath, like you're gonna be okay. I definitely was a little bit anxious and very shy, very timid. The older I got and the more confidence I grew, that's when I really started to become myself and a little bit more outgoing. I'm definitely an introvert, but around like loved ones, I really show my personality. But I was so insecure and that really affected my personality and me feeling comfortable with myself, and I would just tell myself that things are going to get better, and you know, I wish I could tell myself to start loving who I am earlier because it took me so long, and I probably didn't even feel that self-love until like I was an adult. Like I started maybe around like 18, 19. But I wish I could have learned earlier. And I would also tell myself to stop caring so much about what other people think that are like irrelevant, because I think we spend so much time worrying what other people think. I guess it's normal when you're a teenager, but like it just sucks to always be wondering what other people think about you and like caring what other people think about you. And I don't know, I wish I had just been more like secure with myself. And I know that takes time, but I would kind of try to like guide myself if I was younger, if I could talk to my younger self. So Brooke X Nicole says, how are you so confident? I can't seem to find that within myself. I think my confidence stems from, I don't know, my mom really instilled it in me, I'm not gonna lie. Like she always made me feel good enough, made me feel beautiful, reminded me that I'm beautiful. I don't know, she just always put that in me. But even on my own, I would say that my confidence also comes from just being myself. And like, I love makeup, I love clothes. Like I love to just dress what makes me feel comfortable. So I think being confident, like being true to yourself, can kind of give you that confidence. Like not I got a package. Okay, that sound will always scare the crap out of me. It's so abrupt and it's so loud, it's like piercing. Okay. What was I talking about? Confidence, right. I don't know, I think being true to yourself and surrounding yourself with really positive, uplifting people. Don't hang out with people who tear you down. You know, if you're working on like a self-love journey, put up those post-it notes every day where you're gonna see them, like telling yourself what you love about yourself, telling yourself that you're beautiful. Even if it's stuff you don't believe, like reading it every day will change your mindset and eventually it will get into your head. Stand in front of that mirror, tell yourself that you're beautiful, say that you love your body, like say things you love about yourself, say you have a beautiful personality, you have a beautiful body, a beautiful face, you have great friends, you love whatever is in your life, you know. Pick out all those good things, focus on them, and I think eventually in time you will see change. I know it takes a really long time, but it's definitely possible. So whatever journey you're on, know that it takes time. From Benita Stephenson, do you have baby names picked out for when the day comes? Yes. From Hannah Riddle, what do you think is the most important thing when you're considering moving in with your boyfriend or fiance? The most important thing to consider, I think just being on the same page and talking about things in advance, because I think a lot of people can like jump into moving in with someone and like just not have enough expectation or like ground rules set. Not even ground rules, I guess just like kind of knowing what to expect. You know, talking about your finances at first, like who's gonna pay what bill, how are you gonna split things, you know, kind of learning about each other's living styles and living habits, because it can be quite a culture shock moving in with someone and, you know, you both live completely different lifestyles. So kind of just like know what to expect, talk about your habits and styles with each other. But to consider also, you know, always knowing if you're ready to move in with that person, making sure it's something that you genuinely want to do, because it's a really big step. It's like huge to move in with someone. So I think just, you know, knowing what to expect, talking about all the little details, and feeling ready, because I think you know in your heart if you feel ready or not. So yeah. From Ricky McFadden, years later, how do you feel about your lap band surgery? Was it worth it? So if you guys didn't know, back when I was 16, I had lap band surgery, and I ended up having it removed, I want to say 2 or 3 years later. I can't remember. My life is a blur. I do a lot of things and I can't always remember the time frame. So lap band surgery, it's funny. I don't know. I don't think I regret it, because I do think at that time I really needed some sort of change when it came to my relationship with food, and I do think having the lap band surgery changed my relationship with food even to this day. You know, of course, I'm still overweight and whatever you want to call it, overweight, plus size, chubby, fat, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. It's my body. So yeah, I think having the surgery, I definitely didn't really enjoy the surgery. There was a lot of, I didn't really have complications, but there was a lot of issues, that like common issues that I just didn't really enjoy, but it definitely did help my relationship with food, and it really helped to educate me on nutrition and all of that. When I was younger, I mean, I've always been bigger, but when I was younger, I really got to learn more about food and nutrition and portion control, and I think the surgery really did help me. Although I have not really lost a ton of weight from it or gained weight back, like it still helped me in that time, so I definitely don't regret it. But at the end of the day, would I recommend it? Not really. I just don't think at the end of the day it doesn't always really stop you from your food problems. Although it helped me personally, I was friends with a couple people who did it, like in my group at the time, because I was younger. There was another girl about my age who did it, and you know, a lot of people I know had a lot of issues with it, still with food, because you can like stretch out your band if you like eat too much or push it. Like you have to really want you have to really want to lose the weight to make it work. And I think if you really wanted to lose the weight anyway, you wouldn't necessarily need the surgery, because you'd already have the right mindset. I don't know, I have a lot of feelings about it, about lap band. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about it. It was a weird time, and although I really do think it helped me in that moment though, and it helped me learn more about myself and health in general. So would I recommend it though? I don't know. But in the time, I do feel like it was worth it. I think I needed it at that time, and it did help me shape my mindset. From Lavi de Madeline, who is your favorite character from The Office? I don't know. I love them all. Honestly, I want to say Dwight just because he's so ridiculous. Like, I'm a total Pam and Jim fan, 100%. I also love Michael because he's ridiculous. But then I also want to say, like, there's, I keep going, I go back and forth. I don't think I can choose. From Summy_XO, if you could no longer do YouTube, what would be your next job / career? So before I did YouTube, I worked for Mac for a few years, and I had gone to cosmetology school. I worked at a salon, but I didn't really like doing hair for work. I like doing it for like friends or family. But I think if YouTube didn't exist, I would definitely go back to doing makeup. I love doing makeup. It's so creative. It fulfills my creative needs, and I just really loved it. And I loved working for Mac. I had such a positive experience, and I met so many amazing people. So that's probably what I would go back to. From Kelbell42, what movie can you rewatch and never get bored of? My mind immediately goes to Beauty Shop. It's one of my favorite movies. It like semi-inspired me wanting to go to cosmetology school. Queen Latifah is my favorite actress, and I've watched it a million times, and it's just like my favorite movie. From Audrey Sexter, this is more of a plea for advice, so I don't know if it fits, but how the hell do you date in this day and age where you really prefer to not date on apps? I just really like to meet someone organically. Don't know if that makes sense or not. Love you, girl. I love you too. So Alan and I met organically. We did not meet on a dating app. So I definitely can understand what you're saying. It's funny because I've been on dating apps and I never had a successful relationship form from one. I know people who have, so I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I met Alan organically. If you haven't heard about that story, you can watch the boyfriend tag, but essentially, I'll give you the brief overview. We both went to the same college. He worked at my local Target, where I always was, and he also worked at a gas station. And one day I went to the gas station with my friends, and I like kind of recognized him, and I was like, do you go to this college? And he's like, yeah, do you? He's like, you look familiar. And we kind of just like had recognized each other's faces. So I just gave him my phone number, super ballsy, and this was not even when I was like, well, I guess I was like kind of confident. I wasn't like super confident, I was like kind of confident, but like I just had this weird urge to give him my phone number, just some weird feeling inside. I had gone out to the car with my friends, and I was like, I just want to give him my phone number, and they're like, go back in, and I like kind of walked in really fast and was like, I don't really have any friends at our college, so like we should hang out sometime, and then we went on a date. But I think that's kind of a way to do it in this day and age, because there really are no ways to meet in person organically, like, because people are always looking at their phones, and phones are great, but they're taking over the world, and it's driving me crazy. Like, I hate going out like and seeing people just looking at their phones and not talking to each other, because I mean, I'm sure like in the older days you could just talk to someone in line at Starbucks or at the grocery store, because now everyone's looking at their phone, so it's harder to make a conversation. So I think you kind of just have to like push a little further to make organic conversation with someone, maybe at the grocery store or in line at Starbucks, like just strike up a conversation like I had done with Alan. Maybe you could join a group, go speed dating. Don't know if that's a really popular thing, but I always thought speed dating sounded kind of fun. I know they have like meetup groups where you can like get to know people. I know, I feel you. I know a lot of my friends go through the same struggle. One of my best friends, she's on the dating apps and she just wants to meet someone in person. And she bartends, so like she's met a few people through there, but like they never have worked out. It's hard. So just kind of, if you get a good feeling from someone, I would just say strike up a conversation and see what happens. From Tiffany Smith 7937, if you could only wear one brand of makeup, what would it be? That's hard. I'm trying, like, my most important makeup product is my foundation. So I'm probably, if I'm going like drugstore route too, I'd probably say Revlon, because I love a couple of their foundations. I love some of their lip products. Like, I could make it work. I could make that work. From Bailey Upton, how do you hide your lower tummy area? Like, over this 2018 time, I have stopped trying to hide my lower stomach because I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I can't care anymore. Do you know how much work it is to have to like think about it all the time? Like, I know that you relate, because we all have an area. It takes up so much energy. Like, it consumes so much of you to literally always try to plan an outfit around hiding an area. So I just stopped caring. I have just been wearing high-waisted jeans and crop tops if I want to, and I just don't care. It's so liberating. Just like, stop caring. Just stop caring. From K. Nicole Ann, are there any products you still use today that you used when you first started YouTube? I think I used Airspun in the beginning. The Airspun powder. What else did I use back in the day? I used a lot of NYX in the beginning, and I still love NYX. But I think that's like the only thing I can really think of. From Not Trippy Girl, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Honestly, I would like to see myself starting a family, married, in a house, still doing YouTube, feeling happy, and having at least traveled to 2 more countries, hopefully. From Shawnee Smith, what are your favorite healthy snacks? I talk about these all the time in my vlogs. I love baby carrots and hummus. They're some of my favorites. I like to bake chickpeas in the oven with a little olive oil and salt and pepper and get until they're like kind of crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I've been using non-fat Greek yogurt with ranch seasoning packets to make a really nice healthy dip for like pita chips or celery, carrots. I have my leg up and you can't even see it. I'm so comfortable right now. Someone said, have you ever thought of getting eyelash extensions? Oh, you clearly didn't know my channel for a long time. From Enchanted Alicia, do you ever see a skinny girl and feel insecure and wish that you looked like that, even though most of the time you're happy in your own skin? Because that's me right now. I used to be like that. I definitely used to be like that. In fact, I used to also, I had a really unhealthy mindset when I was younger, and I've really worked to change it, but I would see a skinny girl and like compare myself, or I would see a chubby girl and compare myself all the time. And I mean, I used to always, I think that's such an issue. There's so many things I could say. There's such an issue with the media because it's just like, I know I'm going off topic here, but it's just funny how the media can completely portray how society's standard of beauty should be. You know, like in the old days when being thicker was more trendy and more beautiful. But it's just, if we could just alter the media to show everyone, I just think we'd all see things differently. I don't even know if this is making sense, but it's just like, if we could just represent everyone, then, you know, we could see beautiful in a different light. Anyway, that was off topic. I definitely don't do that anymore. I used to a lot, 100%, but I think I've just grown enough confidence in myself and just love for myself. I just love myself, and I know that it's really damaging and unhealthy to compare to other women, no matter what they look like. Never, like, the thing we have to stop doing is comparing ourselves to other people, because it just perpetuates this negative wave in your brain. It's never going to be productive. It's never going to help you love yourself. It's never going to do anything good to compare yourself. Look at other women and recognize their beauty, but don't compare to yours, because at the end of the day, we're all beautiful in our own ways, and you have to know in your heart that you are beautiful, you look good, you have so much to offer this world, you have a beautiful soul, you have great things going on in your life. If you catch yourself yearning after a thinner person that you see, just recognize the thought, you know, become mindful of it, and change your mindset. Be like, she looks great, but so do I. You know, make those small changes. So I guess we'll wrap it up there. I feel like I've been talking for a really long time, and I'm also sorry that this camera angle is kind of weird. I probably should have lowered you. I definitely should have lowered you, because I'm sitting way lower than I usually do. I feel so little. I feel so little. Nope. I am just sitting very low down. I hope you enjoyed today's Q&A. I'm sorry that it's kind of a weird setting, but I had a lot of fun. It's just nice to catch up with you guys and get personal. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I'm going to be posting a new weekly vlog on Sunday of me and Alan in New York being silly. But if you want me to do more Q&As, let me know and I'll make them more regular. And I love you guys so much. I'm going to go watch Shane Dawson's new video on YouTube, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!